on this lovely autumn day. The sun's been shining every other day, but I'm quite glad that it's not, because we're not getting any glare. Anyway, so now, Katie, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the needlework to you. So rather than you hunching over your needlework, I want to make sure the frame is the correct height and the correct angle. So I know I'm being picky, but this is your future we're talking about, and I've got some lovely kits for you to carry on with, so in waiting. So now you're sitting on a horse, your tummy's slightly forward, your shoulders are slightly back, elbows bent, you're looking ahead, so you're looking a mile away rather than looking down into your lap. Because your head is the heaviest part of your body, and if you punch like that, you will strain your shoulders. So instead of hunching over your needlework like you would be if you're on a frame, and this is why I use a seat frame, I don't like to hunch over something, I would then bring my needlework to me. Now I'm just going to show you. So this is something I'm just playing with at the moment. This isn't a design for anyone to get excited about. I'm reusing a plastic bag that the walls come in. You'll notice I'm very keen on that. And you can reuse thicker plastic again and again and again, which is great. Now, because I had a bad back injury falling on a horse, well, a horse fell on me actually, but never mind. When I was 17, I've always taken great care of my back. So I try and centre rather than lean to one side. So the paddle underneath is shaped to go under your thigh at 45 degrees. So the fat bit of the paddle is under the fat bit of your leg. So my leg is fattest there on the upper thigh. So whether I'm sitting underneath it like that or on the side, that's the bit I'm aiming for. So I'm just going to sit down. Sit as though you're sitting on a horse, and take the paddle and pop it under your leg like that. Then rotate the frame so that the stalk is near your belly. Okay? Yeah, that's it, like that. And then it's like a steering wheel, it's here. Now, to get the correct height, you need to sort of put your bottom back in the in the chair, sit evenly, and think, right, how high does it need to be before I have to bend my head?
Right.
So if you just raise that slightly and then think, ooh, it's about there. To me, it's about my chest, my bust level, really.
Yeah.
And then, if I can find my needle, somewhere I have a needle, and then I can stitch here. So, so can you see that's a, you're nearby, and you can then get your needle at 90 degrees to your work. So the needle must go in and then pull through at 90 degrees.
Right.
So a lot of needle pointers have a scooping action, which is fabulous for needlepoint because there's a weave that you duck under.
Yeah.
With this, you want to make the needle make a hole in the linen, and then the wool follow it.
Yeah.
And that also means that when you come underneath, instead of dragging it to one side, you take it down. I was actually considering bringing a knitting needle and an empty hoop to say, this is your angle, people! But actually, no, it's actually just so smooth. You can tell when you use your needle correctly that the wool never fluffs and it goes through easily.
Yeah.
And that's why stitching with a small needle is never good, or a chenille needle isn't far. The chenille needle isn't sharp enough, and often the eyes are slightly bulged. But with this, it's a very straight needle with a very sharp point, and the length of the needle is important as well. If it's too long, you'll just stab your hand all the time. If it's too short, you can't catch it. So I have noticed that you lean over your work, and then you're almost coming in from the side.
Yeah.
Now, if you're short-sighted and you need more magnification, we have lamps. You can have a lamp, and you'd have to cope with the lamp with the light underneath it shining on it, and you're looking through a magnifier, and to be honest, all you see are mistakes. I'm not keen on it, but Crewel work, I think it's, for my eyesight, I'm fine just using it as it is. But for close work, if you really want to, then you can use a magnifier. The other thing is, I like the natural light. I like the colours I can see today with this grey light, and it's a creamy look. I can pick up the shadows really well between the twill weave, so I can see where my needle needs to go. And the most comfortable place for your needle to go is between the ridges on the twill weave. That's why on the instructions as well, I bring people to an area where I know the twill weave will be laying really well, will assist them. So So anyway, I think we're just about there with that.
You've all found that as useful as I have, and hopefully we'll all have much better postures as we're sitting on our